From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Thursday, October 9th. Starting with crime, a Lincoln woman is accused of targeting one of the city's most vulnerable residents. 60-year-old Margarita Lizak is facing 7 felony charges, including theft, forgery, and abuse of a vulnerable adult, after police say she drained the bank account of an 88-year-old woman with dementia. Authorities say Lizak, a former Pinnacle Bank employee, helped the victim set up accounts and funneled more than $45,000 into her own accounts. The scheme was uncovered after police noticed unusual withdrawals. Lizak has since been fired. A Lincoln priest is facing new allegations of sexually assaulting a minor more than 30 years ago. The Diocese of Lincoln says a woman recently reported that Father Scott Courtney abused her in 1993. Courtney denies the claim. The diocese says it notified police, but no charges have been filed. His duties are now limited to working only with retired priests. Courtney was previously placed on leave in 2018 after allegations of sexual contact with an adult woman. In federal court news, a retired Offutt Air Force Base colonel was sentenced to 5 years, 10 months for sharing classified information over a dating app. Prosecutors say 64-year-old David Slater sent top-secret national defense details to someone he believed was in Ukraine during his final months at U.S. Strategic Command in 2022. He pled guilty to conspiring to transmit classified information in July. Slater was also fined $25,000 and will serve 1 year of supervised release. With crypto scams on the rise, Lincoln Mayor Leary Gaylor Baird is proposing an ordinance requiring all 40 city crypto ATMs to post warning signs alerting users to potential fraud. Police say since 2021, more than 420 local victims, mostly around the age of 56, have lost over $11 million.
These are very sophisticated criminals. They impersonate law enforcement, government officials, and trusted businesses or friends. They use fear, urgency, and even emotional manipulation, like romance scams, to convince victims to withdraw cash and deposit it into these kiosks.
The ordinance aligns with the state's new Fraud Prevention Act, and Lincoln Police plan to add an investigator focused on crypto scams next year. The City Council will review the proposal October 27th, with a vote expected by mid-November. If passed, it would take effect January 16th. Lincoln Electric System held a public meeting tonight on its 2026 budget proposal, which includes a 3% rate increase. Officials say rising power and transmission costs are driving the hike, though delaying non-essential projects cut it from 4%. LES says the increase is not tied to powering the upcoming Google data center, and no future hikes are expected for that project. If approved, the average residential customer using 1,000 kilowatt hours a month would pay about $3.22 more. The administrative board votes October 17th, followed by a city council hearing in November, with rates taking effect January 1st, 2026. At UNL, departments continue holding hearings this week to discuss a projected $27 million budget deficit. The meetings, which began last Wednesday and run through tomorrow, are closed to public comment, something a professor union says violates university policy.
It makes me feel like they're not following their own policy, because in the policy it says these things have to be open to the public, and it says that all impacted faculty and staff can speak, and so that's clearly not happening.
Today's hearings included the Educational Administration and Textiles programs, with 2 more scheduled for tomorrow. Feedback from all sessions will be sent to Chancellor Rodney Bennett before recommendations go to the Board of Regents. Nebraska head coach Matt Rule and athletic director Troy Dannon found a fun way to thank some of the Huskers' biggest supporters, surprising the UNL marching band with breakfast burritos for all 300 members. Rule says he wanted to give back for their constant dedication.
You see how hard they work. You see their schedule. You know, it's 8 or 9 o'clock at night, maybe wishing I go out for a walk, and you can hear them practicing. They were practicing this morning, like we were waiting to talk to them, and it was cold out, man. I was out there kind of like with my hands in my pocket, because they worked their tails off, right? And I think it gives us an unbelievable home advantage. So just a simple way to say thank you.
Rule also shared his connection with the band runs deep. One member even watches his dogs while he's away. Lastly, the Savannah Bananas are bringing their high-energy baseball show to Lincoln next summer, making a major stop on their 2026 Banana Ball World Tour. The team will play twice, first at Haymarket Park on June 11th, then at Memorial Stadium on June 13th at 7 p.m., facing the Firefighters in both matchups. The roster includes former minor league and college players, including ex-Husker Kyle Perry. Fans hoping to attend can find ticket details in our web story. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.